I just got this headline from Reuters. Warren Buffett is ending his career as perhaps the world's most famous and revered investor, saying he will step down as chief executive of Berkshire Hathaway at the end of 2025 and hand over the reins to Vice Chairman Greg Abel. My name's Waffles, and I'm a government whistleblower turned political commentator. This morning, just a little bit ago, I raged the hell out. Okay, there's like an hour of me yelling about white supremacy on my YouTube. This whole thing that happened with Berkshire Hathaway this morning, they had a annual conference which was filmed, and it was very strange. There's a video, I just posted it, it's on my TikTok and my YouTube. It certainly appears to me that in this incident that took place this morning, Warren Buffett seems to be, first of all, endorsing Coca-Cola. It looks like there's deliberate product placement in the video. And then also endorsing white supremacy. I mean, that's just what I'm concluding based on my observations. I'm sorry, but the time for tobacco and cotton was during the 17th and 18th centuries. I mean, there's been a lot of criticism about the tobacco trade being bad for your health. There's actually a Surgeon General's warning. But for historical context, I mean, 1600 to 1900, those are the crops that were farmed by slaves in the South. And as we can see, we have a problem with entitled white supremacists in the United States that think the whole world owes them and that they don't gotta work for nothing and they don't do any learning and they want everything handed to them on a silver platter, not understanding that the population on the planet Earth is over 5 billion individuals and that each and every single one of those individual white supremacist people with a loud mouth is only one person, and they are not special. So I'm very concerned about this. This is very strange what took place with Warren Buffett this morning, and I do want people paying attention to this situation that has just taken place with Berkshire Hathaway. And if you support human rights and you support your rights as an individual, as a person, if you're here in the United States or elsewhere, and you believe that, some weirdo white supremacist shouldn't be entitled to just take whatever they want from you and pump a bunch of toxic chemicals into the earth and give everybody cancer and stuff, you might want to consider divesting and pulling your stocks out of Berkshire Hathaway right now. This is not financial advice. I'm a political commentator. I'm stating my opinions based on my observations. Other than that, I'm kind of concerned, considering that, Warren Buffett has a long history of being a humble person and somebody of integrity. This is very strange. This is incredibly strange. And I do advise that people take a look at that footage of what took place this morning at that Berkshire Hathaway thingy-mabob annual conference that was filmed and then propagandized by Yahoo Finance, praising this endorsement of white supremacy that came from Warren Buffett this morning. That's what that was, okay? If you're going to talk about cotton and tobacco like those are the glory days, well, I'm sorry, but it's 2025. And things are kind of different now. And if they want to do tobacco and cotton somewhere, but we're not doing slavery. You understand what I'm saying? We're not doing that. So I strongly suggest that people keep this issue under the microscope. So it says he's going to be resigning at the end of 2025. This Greg Abel guy, I think, is, for me personally, Greg Abel is my new breakfast. It says he's a Canadian businessman, but I don't trust this. This is shady as hell. Who the hell is it that coerced Warren Buffett this morning? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, that's what's happening in my mind. I'm a political commentator. I live in the United States. I've used my First Amendment freedom of speech as an independent journalist to express my opinions and views on political affairs. Who's behind this? This is very strange. So, why is Warren Buffett suddenly saying these kinds of things? And then walking away from Berkshire Hathaway. Something people need to think about. Other than that, it seems like there's some concerns over the tariffs, and the tariffs are, first of all, unconstitutional. Why is that not being resolved? I do agree with Mr. Buffett in stating that these tariffs are an act of war. So I've got video content that I have made in regards to that as to how the tariffs function, what they're doing, and what it is that I think those tariffs are being put in force for. Other than that, we're seeing global uprisings, and I think a good chunk of that has something to do with a certain country that has a lot of spies doing shady stuff. And as a result of that, I think that country that's trying to do all this harm is probably not got the manpower to do what they think they're trying to do right now, and so we don't submit to something like this. But yeah, real strange. Real strange. Who's this? Gregory Edward Abel is a Canadian businessman, chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Energy and vice chairman of non-insurance operations of Berkshire Hathaway since January 2018. On May 3rd, 2025, that's today, it was announced that he will become the successor to Warren Buffett as chief executive officer of Berkshire Hathaway. Do we trust this guy after what just happened? That's something I want people to think about. If they want people out in the fields picking tobacco and cotton, how's the tobacco trade even doing right now, first of all? Really think about that. Let's not let this go unnoticed and maintain coverage on this one. Yeah, who the hell is Greg Abel? What the hell is going on at Berkshire Hathaway? Do you think that your investments are secure at Berkshire Hathaway after what happened this morning? My name is Waffles, and I'm a government whistleblower turned political commentator. And this is what I have to say about the incident at Berkshire Hathaway this morning, May 3rd, 2025.
So the Olympics is great, and Johnny for the others, the World Cup, Johnny is the head of it. We had our top people, Wasserman. They all came in on the Olympics, and then I saw Johnny. And we got the World Cup, too. And, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. I got both of them. I got the Olympics, and I got the World Cup. And I said, it's too bad. One was in 2026 and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election, and now we won. So I'm going to be your president for the Olympics and for the World Cup. So, Johnny, thank you for the World Cup. And everybody, thank you for the Olympics. We're going to have a great time.
Hey, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment on my videos. And also, don't forget to check out my shop where you could get this awesome Real Patriots Punch Nazis t-shirt. America, fuck yeah! And if you go to the link tree in my bio on most platforms, it's got links to everything, all of my stuff. You can find my shop there. I'm on eBay. You can also get this cool Exterminate MAGA sticker, because MAGA's fucking cockroaches. And fuck MAGA. Abolish MAGA. Fuck you, MAGA.